What up, Robstar gang? Appreciate everyone joining the live stream. Happy Thursday to you guys. Welcome to the Robstar Report. As always, your host, Clay Ropp, and appreciate everyone in here. Does Matt Chatter care about, comes at me and calls me out. First start of the show. Matt Chatter, what's wrong with you? You know I care about y'all. If you even look at the comment section, if I didn't care about you, do you think I would respond to y'all's comments? Like, y'all are nuts, man. Matt Chatter be trying to catch me. He's trying to catch me, you know? He's trying to catch me. Rock Jones was good. Hope all is well. Yes, sir. Everything's good, man. Appreciate you. Message you about Yannick. No reply. I had to go check on that, Matt Chatter. I've been busy this week, guys. I'll be honest with you. That's why I haven't been live. I've been so busy trying to keep up with training camp, but then also my work schedule has been nuts this week. I'm about to head out of town. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But we're here, and I got to do my recap. All right. I will forgive you when you buy me and Marcus some brews. All right. Fair enough. I'll make sure I do that when we get the meetup together, which we got to do this year. We got to get the Robstar meetup. Well, I'm going to buy a tailgate spot. We'll just set up a TV out there, grill out, grab some beers, watch some football. You know what I mean? Actually, we'll probably have two TVs. One just for the, we'll just have one for the we'll get one for the Panthers game and one for Red Zone for all you fantasy crazy kids out there. Speaking of, don't forget the Robstar Report's doing a fantasy football league. So if you want to join, let me know. All right. We signed a former Tampa Bay wide receiver, kick returner guy. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Devin, his name was, what was it? Devin something. Devin Thompson, I think is his name. He's like shorter than Bryce Young. I think it's like Devin Thompson. Let me go look it up. Tompkins, his name. He spent the last two seasons in the with the Buccaneers. So he's been there. I'm excited about the new kickoff rules. Going to make that exciting again. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what Rashad Penny and Xavier Legette are going to do. I think Rashad Penny's kind of a shoo-in on this running back group. I mean, Blackshear has it, but I think Rashad Penny might because of the hip drop tackle rule. He's got that size. So, and I think Legette's going to have some of special teams time as well. So we'll see. We brought in this Devin Tompkins guy, wide receiver. So I'm all in on Bryce. Matt Chatter, that's huge news coming from you. That's like breaking news, honestly, knowing you. So all right, let's get right into it. Appreciate everyone joining. Let's get right into it, folks. All right. Y'all know what y'all are here for. You're back for this, the recap. We're gonna recap, breaking down to yesterday and today's. So I worked really hard on this presentation tonight. So hope y'all enjoy. Cyburn, what's up, man? Good evening. Appreciate you joining. All right, training camp day one recap. So day one, really, at least from my understanding, and obviously, I tell you what, if you don't have Twitter and you're a Carolina Panthers fan and you're not following me or well, not me, but I'll say this, other people who are, either content creators or that it's Joe Persons or it's Mike K or if it's whoever it may be, two growls, one roar, whoever is there, two fans in the stands. What's up, Doug? PNP. It doesn't matter. Whoever if you're not on Twitter and you're not, you might need to because Twitter keeps you in the loop of everything that's going on 24/7, basically going on the training camp. So, obviously, the training camp is a blend. It had a blend of new. We have a blend of new faces. We got a fresh start. It's got some familiar vibes, but the first day, it's like the first day of school, right? But with less math, more tackling here. Okay. All right. That's what we're doing. So you got a new head coach, you got this revamped roster. The camp is conveniently set up at Bank of America Stadium, which is weird because we're normally at Wofford. The scene is just a mix of excitement and a bunch of nonchalant stuff. So JC Horn is familiar in the territory, felt like the homecoming sorts. He clearly enjoyed the new setup here, came out, kind of said that. But not everything was smooth sailings. Players with less than 4 years of experience has holed up in a nearby hotels, right? And while veterans get to enjoy their comfort of their own homes, Horn is still in the hotel crowd. So he couldn't help chuckle about that. You got Dave Canales, who's more of the accustomed to the Team Pacific facilities. Found the setup refreshing. So again, lots going on. Lots going on. Okay, so first things first. We are in a edge rusher reinforcements. It's been keen, right? We've been talking about this all off season. We've been talking about that this is a position of need. I even called out the Yannick and Yakwe thing way before it even before he was even brought in here. And you can go back and look on my YouTube. I called this. I said this is one of the guys that the Carolina Panthers need to go out and look at because there's really you're looking at slim pickings when it comes to the edge rusher room. And you can go back. Let's see how far back was this when I called this. It got 620 views too. When did I post that? I mean, I posted this like a while back. I posted this like a while back when I talked about getting Yannick and Yakwe. Jeez. I posted that back in May. So 2 months ago, I posted that. It's crazy. So it's crazy that this is kind of like I kind of like almost predicted this. Now again, who's to say that we will be obviously getting either one of these guys, but I think it's something that we needed to do, right? So we get this start up with camp with this spicy news. They're looking to bolster up this edge rushing squad. And then, of course, it came out, according to Mike K, the Charlotte Observer, Yannick and Yakwe, Carl Lawson, and then, of course, Marquise Haynes is back out there. We know that this current defensive lineup, and y'all know this, DJ Wonnum's dealing with the quad. You got Amari Bono coming off that knee injury. You got DJ Johnson out there on the illness. He's sidelined. It's clear the Panthers need some reinforcements. Could one of these seasoned pros be the answer? Now, if we go look, I brought up, I should have posted their PFF score. So I will say this. Here's Yannick Ngakwe's PFF score. So I'll actually bring that up real quick. And then I'll bring up Carl Lawson's PFF score. And I'm just using PFF as an example. And Carl Lawson doesn't look like he played a lot of games last year. And he didn't really put up much stats. So again, let's look at this real quick. Josh, what's up? I hope we can at least get one. Yeah, I feel that. So let me stop sharing this screen here, and I'm going to share. Let's start with Yannick. So this is Yannick Ngakwe's stats last year. I mean, he still had 4 sacks, 6 assists, 11, but his overall was bad. Now, again, I don't know really much about Yannick last year. I don't know if he was injured or what, because it's kind of crazy to me that for his PFF score to be this low. But again, we had key departures, right? We had Brian Burns, you got Frankie Louvu gone, who's part of that, was part of the pass rush last year a little bit, right? But again, it's Brian Burns and YGM were the guys that were gone off the edge, right? So we're in a puzzling situation here, right? We need to bring in more depth because of the guys that I just mentioned, like, you know, Johnson and of course Wanum and Barno, the guys coming off these injuries, illnesses, whatever the case may be. So you bring in Gakwe, Lawson, Haynes on this visit, and whether any of these veterans can provide a spark, we needed this because it remains to be seen. It's clear this team can't afford to have a weak link in this critical area. I honestly think, and I wouldn't be mad. And here's the thing, guys. I think they should sign Yannick. I like Yannick better. I think he's a better fit. Carl Lawson's also, I mean, if you want to make the case, Carl Lawson's faster, but the age is the same. So, again, it's all going to come down to the fact that also financial constraints, right? So if I mean, final boss, correct. Like if Wanu can stay healthy, yes, he probably will be fine starting wise. But I do think we need depth. Hoping Yannick signs. Yannick's the better veteran. Let's be honest. Over his career, Yannick's the better veteran. But Carl Lawson's also very more agile. So it kind of depends who's going to be better fit for the scheme too, and who also performs better in these workouts, right? These guys are trying to. It's crazy if you go look at like Carl Lawson in 2022 had great stats. His 2023 stats. Yannick, like, look at Yannick in 2022. 12 sacks, right? So these guys, they're no slouch at getting sacks. Yannick's got 2021, 10 sacks, 7 sacks. Like let's see what else. 2019. Kind of just curious. 8 sacks. 2018, 10 sacks. So, this is a guy that probably is an average around. I mean, 13 sacks. That must have been like some crazy. Yannick Ngakoue. 2016. Okay, that was his rookie year. So 2017, I mean, the man had 13 sacks down in Jacksonville, but last year just didn't do much. But if we go back to Carl Lawson, 8 sacks in 2022, 2021, must have been injured. 2020 had 6 sacks. Great pass rusher, not a big run defender. Run defense seems about to where he is. 5 sacks in 2019. 2018, 1 sack. Not much of a run defender. How many quarterback hurries? Got a lot of hurries there. Pressures. So more of a disruptor. So, I mean, these guys, like Carl Lawson's more of a disruptor, whereas where he's going to help Clowney get the sack as where Lawson's going to put the pressure on the quarterback. Kind of like what, how we ran our 4-3 defense. That's kind of what like Derek Brown was the disruptor, where Brian Burns was then getting the sack. But these guys are all coming off the edge. So again, I think either one is fine. I just think it comes down to the one who's going to be better fit based off the cap, based off the scheme, and who's also in the better shape too, because we all know about these guys being in better shape and all that good stuff. So So 9 to 5, man. 9 to 5 seems to be the thing here. Seems to be the theme. Let's do that. Let's go. Let's watch that again for the folks who missed that. All right, 9 to 5. That seems to be the theme there down in Charlotte. These during these training camps. Deontay Johnson, Bryce Young, they're showcasing some early chemistry, which is huge for this offense because that's we need it. But connecting on some impressive out routes. They had fans dreaming of a prolific partnership. Head coach Dave Canales couldn't help but gush about the duo's developing connection, highlighting Johnson's explosive movements. And you can see there's a bunch of videos out there right now all over Twitter. And Young's quick learning curve. It's the early days of the training camp. We're only 2 days in, but if this partnership blossoms, we might finally have something here to cheer about on Sundays. And again, we want the investment of Bryce Young to show, and a guy like Johnson can give us that, right?
Summer to spend some time with Tony Dungy, who's one of my mentors. Talk to Pete Carroll on the phone and just kind of ask them, what to expect. And the I think the part that made me a little anxious is I know that I can't walk into this with 30 years of head coaching experience to be able to see everything, but I want to just continue to challenge myself to see it all, see what's happening, not just on the offensive side. For sure, that's what I'm here to make sure we step out on a good foot, but to see what's happening on the defensive side, how it's all fitting in, spending time with special teams. We had some great periods out there where we're teaching fundamentals, which are going to be critical. So I think more and more, how much can I see on any given play? But I think in general, I was just really excited, really humbled, and really grateful to have this opportunity and to really feel supported by a staff of amazing coaches and by.
Yeah, I mean, Canales obviously shared his first day about the jitters, the excitement about his new role, reflecting on the wisdom that he got from his mentors like Tony Dungy, Pete Carroll. Obviously, there's a new sheriff in town. I call him the sheriff of excitement. I mean, the guy just speaks volumes, and the way when he speaks, he's just got this like emphasize and the need for this like holistic view of the game, and he's ensuring that both the offense and defensive units are clicking. So his humble take on the days and the events suggests that he's ready to tackle the challenges ahead, and I'll beat with a bit of nervous energy, but I feel like the guy is doing the best he can as a first-time head coach going into his first training camp, and he's asking two prolific guys right, prolific guys like he mentioned, Tony Dungy and Pete Carroll. Those are Super Bowl winning head coaches, and those are guys that you want to be your mentors. And Tony Dungy has been a mentor not only to coaches throughout the league, but he's also been known as a player's mentor throughout the league. So that's great news to hear.
Yeah. Open Lexus like it's 07. I just hit a lick, gotta hit the next one. Last year, I know you learned your lesson. I could GPS you if you need a dressing. It's all about a bigger homie, but I'm 1 year older than my little homie. Oh, 9 niggas spitting on me, but I'm young, money got it written on me.
So, Xavier Legette, first day. I know you saw Thielen, DJ Johnson, or Deontay Johnson, and obviously them running some drills there. But rookie wide receiver Legette didn't have the dream start he might have hoped for. That was the first day. We're talking about day one here, guys. We're going to get into day two. All right. So he described his first day as slow, right? Which, if you go watch some of the highlights and some of the things, his talking points in his press conference, there was just missing much of the spring sessions due to that hamstring injury. And he admitted that he wasn't at his best, and he vowed to sharpen and his focus. It's a marathon out there. The NFL is a marathon. It's not a sprint. These players that play a long time don't just normally don't just sprint on the field, right? I think he's critical attitude is what he needs to break through in the NFL. He's a live or die kind of guy. He doesn't give up very easily. And he's true to himself. So, you got to respect the rookie for that. I think he'll be just fine, though. I think he'll be just fine. But day 2 was a lot better.
Oh, it opens at 2?
So J.C. Horn, watch and see. So J.C. Horn is set to come back in free agency. Well, he's set to be a free agent, I think, in 2025. Yeah, because we picked up his 5th year option, right? So when it comes to JC Horn, it's kind of a make or break season for him. So, and he's kind of come out and said, basically, you guys are gonna have to watch and see. So it is more concerned about what I'm more concerned about is him proving his worth on the field than really discussing contract extensions. For me, I need to see Horn focus on staying healthy, delivering consistent performances, because he is gonna be a key piece to this defense, right? When we look at the cornerback depth room, right, we've talked about it multiple times in the show. It's very slim pickings besides J.C. Horn if he goes down. This man has been challenged with 29 missed games out of like a possible, I think it's like 51 since he's been drafted. So he has to stay healthy. I know we brought in some guys, brought in a guy, but this is not the end all be all. When it comes to this, is the only guy that can seem to be a lockdown corner on our defense. I'm not sure what Dane Jackson is going to do. Is he going to show that he can be a true number 2? That's soon to be seen, right? But JC Horn, I'd rather see him just focus on staying healthy, deliver consistent performances, and that's it. And he'll get his contract extension because he is that good. He can be I believe if JC Horn could stay, if JC Horn would have stayed healthy throughout his first 3 years, 4 years, right? First 3-4 years, he'd be top 5, top 10 easy in the NFL. So that's just my opinion, but does Clay want my opinion on Horn? Sure, Bad Chatter, go for it. Alex Cook is cooking. So day 1, Alex Cook seems to be making his name known. In a day full evaluation, 2nd-year safety Alex Cook made a standout play, intercepting Andy Dalton, who impressed defensive coordinator Xavier Legette last season, is obviously eyeing for a spot alongside starting safety Xavier Woods and Jordan Fuller. Plays like this could definitely solidify his place on this team. So that's some good news there in the safety position. I just need to see more of that coming from the cornerback position. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate everyone joining the live stream. Make sure you pound that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Pinheiro versus Mavis. That has been the biggest thing going so far. Obviously the kicking battle, the kicking battle between Eddie Pinheiro, rookie Harrison Mavis is heating up. Pinheiro started out strong on day 1, going 5 for 5 on his attempts, including a 52-yard bomb. Mavis is known for a powerful leg. Will need to match his consistency, challenge Pinheiro for that starting spot. The battle so far, the battle for this position is far from over. It will likely be one of the more intriguing storylines of the camp, which I think a lot of people would agree. But day 1 of training camp to me was more of a whirlwind of activity. A bunch of veteran arrivals, emerging player dynamics, every present competition for roster spot. While it's too early to tell for some of the roster battles that I was really keen keeping an eye on, there's not much we can make of any proclamations. The seeds of anything interesting season has been planted. Whether you're a diehard fan or just here for the drama, whatever the case may be. Let's get into day 2. Training camp day 2.
What's going on, Panther Nation, man? This is Xavier Legette here, man. I'm just here with a weather report. It's a little bit cloudy out here, a little bit of rain. It's been raining all morning, but we're really excited to practice in that weather here, man. Good weather, it ain't too hot. How you doing? Keep fine.
So welcome to the second day of the Carolina Panthers training camp, where the rain fell and the spirits soared higher than a punt in a pregame warmups. Obviously, Dave Canales at the this session was anything but gloomy, because apparently Canales is the kind of guy who sees the silver linings in every dark cloud, and so does Xavier Legette. I mean, it wouldn't be a training camp, honestly, because we always deal with this during training camp, even when we were in Wofford, without a little weather drama, right? The middle of the practice was drenched. Dave Canales spun it like a DJ playing remix. Blame it on the rain. He saw the downpour as a golden opportunity for this team to really work on ball security, something he's been hammering since day one. Canales, it's a classic Canales move, right? Always turning a damp squib into a teachable moment. But defense coordinator Ed Guerrero took his wet and wild day as a chance to emphasize on turnovers, which was really a sore spot from last year, if you think about it, when the Panthers ranked a 25th in turnovers last year. But every time the defense managed to play, the celebrations were louder than a touchdown cheer, even if it was just Troy Hill pretending to deck Deontay Johnson or Nick Scott scooping up a fumble. Johnson, for his part, took it all in stride, grinning about how he's turned over a new leaf and isn't rising to the bait anymore. So, but Xavier Legette had a better day. He had a better day today. Here's a little clip for you. I mean, beating DiCaprio Boodle there, I think that was Boodle 23. Let me see that again. No, Dane Jackson, actually. Sorry. Yep, Dane Jackson. So, beating him out there. So, he had a rocky start on day one, but day two he made a leap. Obviously literally and figuratively, but made an impressive catch during one-on-ones. Dave Canales came out, couldn't help but praise Legette's growth, noting that the matchup against J.C. Horn, one of the best corners in the NFL. Now, this wasn't the J.C. Horn clip, but is baptism by fire. So it's all about for Legette. It's really about, for him, it's all about part of the learning curve. And he needs to see these matchups as vital for shaping the team's character, right? So Matt Chatter, I'm open to your opinion on JC Horn. Multitasking but still listening. And thanks, Josh. I appreciate you still doing that, my friend. Appreciate you doing that. Guys, make sure you pound that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure you click that post notifications bell so you don't miss any new content. And of course, guys, make sure you join the Discord. All right. Make sure you join the Discord wherever you're watching. Okay. So I appreciate that. I wonder if Mingo gonna be hungry. Apparently, Mingo, actually Bryce Young. It's funny that you say that. Bryce Young came out and said that Mingo looks stronger, faster than he did last year. So obviously he's been putting some of that offseason work in, and we'll see if it pays off. Right now, it's just training camp. I need to see it happen on the field. Let's keep going. So even though the fan experience, even though it was wet, but it was worth it. Fans were packed. The bleachers. Grateful for the cover as the rain continued to pelt down. The camp's urban setting added a unique vibe, and while the practices are technically sold out, some of them are. There are still walk-up tickets, guys. So if you are trying to go to the training camp, there are walk-up tickets available each day. There's a chance for fans to see the team, rain or shine. So, again, if you can't get them online, there are walk-up tickets. You have a chance to come to the training camp. So if you are thinking about it, even though you can take a chance to walk up, get some tickets, get in there. So you don't have to go online. And again, it's up to you.
Born on Mingo.
That was Paris Marshall Jr. making that catch. Obviously, Bryce Young making the throw. Of course, today is Bryce Young's birthday, if y'all didn't know. The Bryce Young, who turns 23 today during the camp. It was a low-key celebration, no cakes or confetti, just a quick song, some food delivery from his parents. Basically, that's what he come out. His main focus was mastering Canales' 2.7 seconds or less in this offense today. Though he admits it might take a whole season to nail it down, but that's part of the learning curve in the NFL. Sometimes this stuff just doesn't come that easy. You know, getting that 2.7 seconds is vital for Bryce Young this year. So still the kicking competition was part of the the kicking competition was part of the whole show there in Charlotte, North Carolina. Obviously in the kicking department, Eddie Pinheiro, rookie Harrison Mavis, they're right now, as of the competition, it's toe to toe. No pun intended. But take a page from Pete Carroll's book. It is in no hurry to make a decision. That's what Canales is doing. He prefers to gather as much information as possible. Pinheiro was actually perfect on Wednesday, while Mavis missed one on Thursday. So the suspense continues. The only issue is that for Pinheiro is that Mavis has a bigger leg. So it's going to come down to whoever has the bigger leg. And I'm talking about the third leg. No, I'm just kidding. Just messing around. All right. Some other stuff. So that's really it for day one and day two. That was kind of what those were really the top key takeaways from it. Some other news there were some other stuff on Twitter here. I'll pull it up real quick. And I can just pull up some stuff while we talk. Marcos was like, shh, good coverage. I try, man. I try to give some good coverage for you guys. There were some other absence noted. Jordan Fuller was out due to some family matters. Tight end Tommy Trimble, who was experiencing some hamstring tightness, was sidelined just to prevent further injuries. Trimble did make an appearance. He was kind of just hanging out on the golf cart, proving that while he may not be catching passes, he's not out of commission. So he was doing some chauffeuring with the teammates on the golf cart. Camp also saw some familiar faces as Marquise Hayes made a return for the workout, as y'all know. But the Panthers are thin at the outside linebacker, so we all know that it was kind of interesting that they brought Marquise Haynes out of that group, though. But DJ Wonnum, DJ Johnson are both sidelined, so leaving Clowney, Chasen to shoulder the load. And honestly, I'm glad that Kavlon Chasen is shouldering the load because he's a guy that I feel like could break out under Evero's mentorship. Kavlon Chasen coming out of LSU, if you don't know, back in 2019 or 2020 was a first-round pick by the Jacksonville Jaguars, who accumulated, I think, accumulated like 60 tackles and 6 sacks almost every year when he was at LSU. So the guy was picked in the first round for a reason. I think he just went to a bad situation in Jacksonville. And I think another thing is there in Jacksonville, he also didn't really have it. They didn't have a good defense when he was there. It wasn't like when they had Blake Bortles and that defense that went to the AFC Championship, right? So, but obviously Canales remains to be upbeat about the depth. Really reminding everyone that reinforcements on the way. So, there you have it, really, guys. On day one and day two, both drama-filled days at the camp, where the weather may be unpredictable, which that's how it is here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. It's always unpredictable. The camp has all the makings of a season to remember, hopefully. So, no problem, Eric. No problem. Do you think Brooks will play any preseason? Final boss, no. And I'd rather them not do it that way just because I don't want them bringing in guys are pushing him, honestly, out there. I don't want them to push Jonathan Brooks out there. Like, I don't want them to push him to the point where he goes out there and then re-tears his ACL. Like, that shit could happen. But again, he's also progressing a lot faster than normal people do with an ACL tear, right? When you go and read the reports on him. So the thing is I would say no, and I'd rather keep Brooks. I'd rather bring Brooks on slowly than just force him back, force him out there. You know what I mean? So no, I'd rather them not, honestly. I'd rather them not. So, but yeah, that's day 1 and day 2 preview for you guys, man. Really not much going on. Again, if you're not on Twitter, you're not going to get all the information you want out of the trading camp. I just give you a couple takes of mine and mostly the top observations that seems to be the most important. But true. We have Sanders, Chuba, to carry the load until he's right. And that's exactly right. And that's the thing. I think Sanders needs to carry the load because of his contract, because whether they keep Sanders here for the remainder of the season, depending on until maybe the trade deadline, Brooks could step in by the trade deadline and they trade Sanders, which I think that could be a key piece. I honestly think that Dallas might make a move for Miles Sanders to go back up Ezekiel Elliott there in Dallas. I think it's a smart move for them. But again, they're dealing with so much going on over there, which I thought it was a smart move until Dallas right now is dealing with the fact that they have to re-sign 3 of their top players. So I don't know if that's happening. Carlos Torres comes in and says, we might see Brooks by week 9. I'm okay with that. Keep him out. I'd rather keep him out. I'd rather keep him out and bring him on slowly than just shoot him out there and he's not ready to go. Because that's a bad scenario waiting to happen. Marcos, thank you for joining the posting that up. Guys, please join the Discord if you want to stay in the loop a little bit. The Discord's there for you. Zach, my main man, Zach, normally is posting up stuff, but he does post some stuff, but he's still my Zach Rappaport, but I think he's been dealing with some stuff. So at last time I chat with him. So, but it's all good. But make sure you join the Discord. There will always be updates for the fantasy football league that's coming up. Of course, giveaways. Of course, you get always notified when I'm live or I'm posting up a video. So, make sure you join the Discord. It is free. It's a good way to connect with me. That's what that's what I'm hoping, Carlos. Yeah, that would be sweet if we could get a pick for Sanders. I mean, again, we would save, like, if we made that trade at the trade deadline. For example, let's say Dallas did come after him, which I think that would be one of the teams that come after him. I'd have to look around the NFL to see what other teams might need a running back. But, you would probably get a 5th round pick for him. I say a 5th or 6th, at least for Miles Sanders. I mean, he's been a 1,200 yard back before. So he's definitely worth at least a 5th or a 6th, in my opinion. But again, it's also, he could be worth more. This could be a chance where Carolina can make a steal if he comes out there and just balls out and then we make a trade. Because I think right now, Chuba Hubbard's the guy we got to keep sticking with. I think in the running back room, you continue to work with Chuba. He's the better back right now. He was a better back even last year with the bad offensive line. He outperformed Sanders. So, and Chuba's gotten better and better and better each and every year. I think Chuba's on a tear, going to go on a tear this year. And even when Jonathan Brooks comes back, it's going to probably benefit him even more. But I think you got to run. You got to keep Chuba there. But I could see Miles Sanders getting traded by the trade deadline. Maybe even before that. It just all depends. But no, when it comes to Brooks, move him in slowly. Even though he might be healing quicker than others, that's just God given talent and God working through him. That's all that is, and the God given talent that he's got too. So, true, our offense is going to very run heavy. Oh yeah, for sure. So he could definitely show out. Yeah. I mean, we know that this offense is going to be mainly run heavy. I think a while back explained what the wide zone scheme was and how it works and how the running back room is going to work with the wide zone scheme. There's a lot that goes into that for the running backs. So the running backs are going to be key for this offense this year. Eric Blair comes in and says, sign up on the Discord. Nice, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm not posting anything in there on training camp stuff. Normally, if you guys are on Twitter and you want to post something in the Discord about the training camp, whether it's a clip, or it's something you want me to talk about, something like that, or whether you all want to talk about it in there, it's a good way to that's what the Discord's for. It's the Robstar community. It's a place for you guys to come in and talk about the Panthers, talk about NFL, the giveaways, like I said, the fantasy football. Soon there's going to be betting. I'm going to start doing some betting stuff. I'm going to start doing some fantasy stuff. There's a lot of stuff coming in the background that you guys don't know once I get some stuff settled in. It just takes a lot of time. But the Discord will be key very well here soon if you want to get locked into this Robstar community. So make sure you do that. But if you're on Twitter and during this time of training camp and there's news or anything going on in training camp you want to post on the Discord, post it up. Keep us updated. So, any word on how Clowney is looking? I've not heard much. On Clowney, there really hasn't been much word on him. I mean, there was a clip of him like working out, and stuff like that. Really not much on Jadeveon Clowney. I know that he did get some pressure on Bryce. I want to say there was a clip that Bryce was getting pressured by him, and then he got the ball. But Bryce got the ball to like Deontay Johnson. Oh, here, no. Here's a good clip from Clowney right here. Good thing you asked that. Actually, here's another one too. I don't know if this is a sack or what. Let's see. Let me see that again. Oh, it's a tip. Clowney coming off the edge against. Oh yeah, that's a tip. That's a nice tip. Is that a sack for Clowney? Is that off of Robert Hunt too? Oh shit. No, that's off of Taylor Moton. That's Taylor Moton right there. That's Taylor Moton right there. So there's a couple clips for you there, final boss. If our line holds up, at least Chuba will have at least 1,000 yards rushing. Yeah, I mean, he always had it last year. Remember? I mean, when you go look at his stats, he had 900 yards. I mean, he had over 1,300 yards, I think, for the line of scrimmage, something like that. Love to see Clowney. Hope he wrecks havoc. We are going to need him. Absolutely. So Panthers edge rushers. Okay, they got another one of there. Yeah, but not much going on. Again, DJ Johnson was sitting back, illness. Tommy Trimble's not practicing. Marcos Cash, after watching that, thinks we got to look for a new left tackle or right tackle. Sorry. Let's see. Anything else exciting? I think this was the throw I showed y'all earlier. Here's another throw for you. Well, not a throw, but it's ISM against Xavier Woods. Deontay Johnson, absolute steal. Did a little couple plays there. Deontay Johnson should be the team's best route runner for sure. Let's see what else we got. This is why I'm telling y'all, Twitter is a wonderful thing, man. Twitter is a wonderful thing. I don't know why I stopped sharing my screen. Sorry, guys. Like, Twitter is a wonderful thing. So, this is like all the stuff you get to see. Thanks to guys like Ricky. Let's see what else we got. Harrison Mavis made a 55-yarder right here. Nice. The thicker kicker. Did y'all see the? Y'all did see the Clowney plays though, right? We can't see the clips. Oh shit! So y'all didn't see the Clowney plays? All right, let me go back. Are they sleeping on Amari Bono? Well, he's coming off an ACL, Carlos Torres. He did look like Burns when he first came out. Yeah, I mean, he looked like it, and the guy ran like a 4.340 or something like that at his size, which was crazy. But he's not looking. I mean, he's not looking great. So he's sidelined right now. He's not even playing. He's not even practicing. This says the Bryce Young to Deontay Johnson fumble punch out by Dane Jackson. All right, let's check this clip out.
Go.
Oh,
Oh.
nice play by Dane Jackson there.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Nice play by Dane Jackson. All right, let's see this. Shout out to everybody who does these clips. Like E3, we got freaking Keep Purring. So I got to give them a shout out if I'm going to use their clips. You know what I mean? Got to give them a shout out. Ricky Reigns. Here's another one here. It says Bryce tries to quickly get it. Shows here quickly get out to Mingo on the hitch, but Jadeveon Clowney wasn't having it. Tip ball. Oh, did we see the tip ball? Here's Clowney. The tip ball. Nice.
Oh,
I can't imagine how we all follow training camp before Twitter. Honestly, I don't know either. The only thing you could do is probably like read articles, Final Boss. All right, we got this is the stat. There it is right there. Yep. Shout out to the four Panthers only podcasts on that one. Let's see what else. We got some other clips here. Got another one by C3. Let's see what this is. Bryce making a few wild throws. I think this is a throw clip we used earlier.
Born on Mingo.
Yeah, that's Terrace Marshall on Dane Jackson was on Terrace Marshall. Yeah. Nice. So ISN. Nice. Xavier Legette, got him. Let's see what else we got. 9-5. Nice. So we got fumbled snaps results into a 7 to 8 yard gain from Bryce to rookie Jadeveon Sanders. Let me see this. All right, let's see this. Oh yeah, fumble snap. Nice on the cross route. There you go. Ends up field. Yeah. See what else we got. We got any more clips here? JC Horn working out. What? All right. What else? David Tepper made an appearance. Let's see what we got here. Shout out to Carolina Blitz on this one. Quarterback's in some work there.
Do a lot of people do one-on-one?
We just watched the news. Yeah, I mean it sucks doing that though. I'd rather go through clips after clips like this. You know what I mean, Eric? Can we see that again? Yeah, Mingo was locked down on that. Mingo was, and JC made a move on that. All right, so we've seen that clip.
Just what was, some of the main work that you guys wanted to put in over the course of the offseason just to prepare yourselves for camp, because this is obviously the most grueling part of the year and you guys want to be in the best shape possible too.
Yeah, man, this is the best part of the year. Yeah. I wouldn't say most grueling. It's the best part, man. It's one of those things with the guys coming back. We still want to keep that same family atmosphere we had. Speaking, team-wise, defensive-wise, like we want to be one. And, that's, I feel like, something we should have, did last year, but being one and then going in to attack this challenge, man, we got to go out and prove to everybody that this is not the Panthers no more, the old sorry-ass Panthers. We got to go out there and do what we got to do.
Sorry-ass.
Obviously, the guys coming back, just
I love it. Let's see that. Here's the clip from earlier I was showing y'all. Oh. Yes, sir. Yeah, Final Boss says Twitter can be, yeah, absolutely. It's toxic for every fan base. It really is. It's a toxic for every fan base. But you're right. It's a godsend for sports fans. It really is. Honestly, Twitter should just get rid of OnlyFans. You know what I mean? Sports section in the paper. Yeah. Like Eric, I'm not reading the newspaper anymore, man. I'm not. That's just not happening. Let's see. We got anything else? I mean, we could go look at old clips. What is this? Oh, shit. All right, shout out to this was from yesterday. Okay. Just trying to see if we got any more stuff for today. I think I've covered everything for today, guys. So, all right. So I appreciate everyone joining the live stream. Make sure you pound the like button, hit the subscribe button. Wait. Final Boss has put me on the spot here. It says, putting you on the spot. How many wins do you see us having if we can stay healthy? If we can stay healthy, I'm still saying six to 7 wins. If we stay healthy, I'll say 7. Okay. But I'm not budging on my 6 to 7 wins mark. Just because, again, this team is in a rebuild mode. Whether you guys see it that way or not, based off the moves, based off the draft, the free agency, whether you guys believe that or not, that's for you to decide. But I see this team in rebuild mode. I see this just being a progressive year. I see 6 to 7 wins. And if we stay healthy, I'll say 7. All right. I'm not budging off of that. I drank the Kool-Aid last year. I said 10 wins, and my mouth is still dry from eating that crow of last year. Right. I still feel like I hop on here, and even though I don't have any makeup on and I don't have a shiny red nose, I feel like a clown after last year. Right. Because this team clowned me a little bit. You know what I mean? So I made it. I'm sticking my 6 to 7 wins. That's it. Bottom line. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid anymore. I need to see it happen on the field. So final boss, 6-7 wins. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying, man. It's facts. Exactly. I mean, I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm not gonna make myself come on this platform and in this stage and be like, yeah, we're gonna win 10 games. Because I'd be lying to you if I really think this team's gonna win games. I feel so numb. Laugh out loud. That's part of being a YouTuber, man. You say some stupid ass shit, and people don't forget it. Trust me. There's guys out there on this channel that have not let me forget the fact that I said we were going to win 10 games last year. So I got you. Team have to prove it to us. Exactly. This is a prove it year. This is a prove it year that this team can be competitive and they can progress in the right direction. It's a rebuild, whether you believe that or not. A lot of people don't believe that it is, but it is. You're not going to You're not just going to get rid of every single person on your team and then not try to bring people back on. That doesn't make sense to me. Like that's what people think. You're supposed to rebuild and you're supposed to get rid of everybody and only build around like one player on the defense and one player on the offense. Like, no. There's ways about rebuilding, and there's certain different styles of how people rebuild. So, and different organizations done it differently. So it's a prove it year. It's a progressive year. It's a year that the Carolina Panthers have to show, kind of just like what Derek Brown said, not with those old sorry ass Panthers. This team can be competitive and they can win games. I want to be competitive in every single game. I don't care. Here's the thing. This team could go 0-17 this year. All right. Whatever. All right. They could go 0-17 this year for me. If we were in every single game and we only lost by a field goal or a touchdown, I'd be okay with it. Just because I know that this team, even though we went 2-15 last year, they were in every single game. Last year, we weren't in every single game. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. We were not in on every single game. I want to be in on every single game. And if you're in on every single game, there's no reason we'll go 0-17. That's a little dramatic. But, if you're in on every single game, you're going to win. You're going to win a couple of those because whether it's better coaching or a player steps up or one play makes the difference. I think this will be the rules first year in 2020 where we play close games, show progress. That's exactly right, final boss. It's going to be we will play close games and show progress, and if that's what I get to see this year, I'll be happy. And unfortunate it's unfortunate that we have to be that way as Panthers fans, that we're just like, we go 16-7. That's a good season for us. It sucks to be in the mediocre in the NFL. And that's the problem with our fan base. Like, we talk about all the drama that goes on with these content creators, all the drama that goes on Twitter, the toxic fan bases. This fan base wouldn't be as toxic if this team was winning football games, right? So, it is what it is. But I think it's a step again. That's what it exactly is. That's where I want us to be, where we play close games, show progress. I still think 6-7 wins, though. So, all right, guys, I'm going to hop off of here. Been on here for an hour, broke down the first 2 days of training camp. I'm heading out of town for Tampa this weekend, but I will be streaming live like I did today, giving you the breakdown, of course, of Saturday's training camp practice. And then, of course, during out the week, I will still be in Tampa, breaking it down in my hotel room because I'll be there for a work conference. So appreciate everyone joining the live stream. Make sure you pound that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure you click that post notifications bell so you don't miss any new content. Make sure you join the Discord. You can follow me on all my social media, as you can see up above. Don't forget about our sponsorship, betus.com. Also, shout out to Roundtable Sports. If you have not checked out Roundtable Sports on YouTube, please go check it out. I just signed with them in regards to becoming a sponsorship. Of course, not necessarily a sponsorship deal, but it's more of a I'm going to be their Panthers guy for their NFC South Roundtable. So if you haven't checked out Roundtable Sports, which let me get my link to it. I'm going to put it in the chat right now. Let me get to it real quick. Trying to pull it up on the screen here too. Here it is. All right, so Roundtable Sports. Here it is. So this is the link. Go check that out. And then here is the NFC South Roundtable. First episode is going to be August 6th. So in 2 weeks. Okay? In 2 weeks. All right. NFC South Roundtable. Go check them out. So here is the link. This is what it's going to bring up to you. The links that I posted in the chat. This is what it's going to bring up to you. So you're going to go over there, check out the Roundtable Sports. Okay. And then you click to view all. You scroll down, go to NFC South Roundtable. There you are. The NFC South Roundtable is right there. You go check me out. Obviously, we're going to have a great debate show. So go check that out. Make sure you go like and subscribe to all these guys' channel as well. And yeah, I'll be on there with them. So appreciate everyone joining the live stream tonight. Make sure you pound the like button, hit the subscribe button, just like Marco says. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new and you have not already. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to Marco's in the chat. Shout out to Josh. Shout out to Final Boss, Eric, Ken, Eric, Carlos, Mad Chatter, Domo Smith. Who else am I missing here? PBG, Rock Jones, Sideburn. I feel like I'm missing about Raw Walk. So shout out to all you guys in the chat. Appreciate y'all. All right. I'm out of here. Peace.